In this world, monsters exist. Big, terrifying, deadly creatures. And the ones who hunt them down are called adventurers. Adventurers fight monsters every single day for rare items and XP. Every victory increases their level. And here level means everything. Level defines power, status, respect, even survival. A small level gap can turn someone into a hero and someone else into a nobody. And now let me introduce the main character of this story. Joey, a guy who has been stuck at level 1 for a long time. No upgrades, no power-ups, just constant struggle. One day Joey goes to a bakery in the marketplace. With a smile he asks, "Hey, sir, can I get some bread?" The baker smiles back. "I saved one just for you." Joey replies awkwardly, I ran out of money again." The baker jokes, "Man, just stop pretending to be an adventurer already. Come work at my shop. Free bread guaranteed." Joey laughs, but there's a tiredness behind it. "It's too late, sir. People have already started calling me Corpse Looter. And once that name sticks, there's no remove button." Since the beginning, being an adventurer was his dream. But when that dream finally came true, he realized he was cursed. He couldn't gain XP, no matter how many monsters he defeated. The first time he killed a slime, the screen showed, "Failed to receive XP." From that moment on, one question kept echoing in his mind. How do I get stronger now? At first he didn't give up. He thought, I'll just keep defeating monsters. Maybe something will change. But every time the same message appeared. Failed, failed, failed. Slowly he accepted the truth. His money ran out. And eventually he became a corpse scraper. Someone who collects scraps from monsters killed by other adventurers. In this world, level 1 monster materials are worthless. So his only way to survive was to loot materials from higher level monsters. But fate seemed to hate him. One day he's eating bread, and a group of guys bumps into him. His only piece of bread falls, and one of them deliberately steps on it. No one defends him. Everyone treats it like something normal. Like that's exactly how a corpse looter should be treated. A new nickname spread through the city, Corpse Scavenger. To people, Joey had become nothing more than an embarrassment. Applying for a normal job was now a joke. But the truth was, he only ever had one dream, to be an adventurer. And if he stopped scraping corpses, he'd starve. So one day he heads toward the goblin den, hoping to find a few bodies worth something. While walking, he suddenly smells something strange, rotten, foul, nothing like a normal monster. He moves forward, and what he sees freezes him completely. A dragon's dead body. For real. He can't believe it, but from the looks of it, it might have been a level 200 monster. Only one thought runs through his mind. No time to think. Dragon materials are worth 10 times more. By now, the valuable parts were probably already taken, but there was still something left. A rotten, disgusting pouch giving off a horrifying stench. Some monsters have an organ like that, so foul that no normal person can even go near it. Joey picks it up and feels something inside. There's something in here. He pulls out a small knife, cuts it open, and out falls an almost perfectly intact armor set. Joey's eyes widen. How did this end up in here? But the surprises don't stop there. When he steps closer to the armor, a dark energy begins to flow out of it. Joey feels it instantly. This thing isn't meant for me. And then a strange voice echoes in his ears. Wear it. He looks around. No one's there. It has to be coming from the armor. Whatever it is, the armor feels dangerous. His smartest option would be to run. But as soon as he turns around, a whole crowd of goblins is suddenly standing right behind him. Joey freezes. When did they get here? Then he remembers. I was so busy scraping I let my guard down. All the goblins are level 1, like him. But the problem is, Joey has no real equipment, and he's all alone. Fear takes over his face. In the very first attack, a goblin knocks the knife out of his hand. Now he has nothing. His entire life flashes before his eyes. I'm gonna die here, in this filthy cave, all alone. He closes his eyes, ready to accept his fate. But then, the same voice returns. This time, the energy feels even stronger. For a moment, Joey feels like the armor might actually devour him. But he thinks, being eaten by goblins is even worse. If there's a chance, I need to take it. He mutters, fine, I'll wear it. Instantly, a notification appears. Ownership registration complete. Emergency installation initiated. Joey doesn't move, but the dark energy pulls itself onto him. Within seconds, everything changes. His entire body becomes surrounded by that energy. and fear spreads across the goblins' faces. The Abyss armor installation is fully successful. Shocked, Joey asks, do I have any, allies in here? A voice replies, following the owner's commands is mandatory. Joey hesitates but decides to trust it for now. Two goblins charge at him. He looks down. The sword in his hand isn't just sharp. It feels exactly like the one he used to train with. Those goblins are level 1, just like him. But now he has a sword and armor. He swings once, one clean slash, and they fall instantly. And then, something he has never felt before happens. The goblins' energy leaves their lifeless bodies and transfers directly into Joey. The rest panic and attack all at once. But Joey isn't the same weak corpse looter anymore. He wipes them out instantly. And with every hit, his body feels lighter. Every monster he kills sends its energy straight into him. With this new power flooding through him, he charges into the remaining goblins and clears the entire group in one movement. After the fight, Joey catches his breath and thinks, I'm okay. Completely okay. It's hard for him to believe that a level 1 guy just defeated 5 goblins in a row. And then, the message appears. Levels absorbed. Joey has reached level 6. The system confirms. Level confirmed. Ownership registered. Joey can't understand it. I'm really level 6 now? My body wasn't capable of absorbing XP. Then what happened? The armor answers. The owner of the Abyss armor receives a unique ability, level absorption. Whenever you defeat an enemy, their level transfers directly into you. He checks his status screen and it clearly reads, Level 6, Adventurer Joey. The energy he felt wasn't just some weird feeling, it was real power. Tears fill his eyes. The guy who once survived by stealing from corpses finally had strength of his own. He wipes his tears and focuses. Now he had the greatest gift of all, the ability to level up. His body feels freer than ever. But then he remembers, this armor came out of that rotting dragon. No wonder I smell absolutely disgusting. He sighs. But hey, this smelly armor is the reason I leveled up. So no complaints for now. He stops suddenly. An interesting idea hits him. If I clear out every monster on this floor, I could get even stronger. He's thinking this when a goblin suddenly appears in front of him. Joey senses something off. This was supposed to be an area with weak goblins only. And then he realizes why he's scared. This isn't a normal goblin. This is a legendary level 35 goblin, the leader of the entire den. Joey can't believe it. How is such a high-level monster here? And then it hits him, the dragon's corpse. Its overpowering stench attracted every monster in the area. Even the armor system warns him, battle not recommended. But running isn't an option. The first strike comes fast. Joey barely dodges. He blocks the second one, but the impact rattles his whole body and sends him crashing into a wall. Joey shouted in anger, I thought I finally became strong, but I'm still the same loser. He somehow slipped into a narrow dark alley and escaped. His plan was simple, hide and survive. But then a level 1 goblin showed up out of nowhere and charged at him like a maniac. Joey just grabbed its head and slammed it into the wall. One hit, game over. With another win, the armor owner received another level boost and Joey jumped straight to level 7. Something strange was happening. Joey had almost forgotten that he could now advance so easily. It was clear to him now, this was a kill or be killed game. So he avoided the main route and focused on hunting low-level goblins one by one. Energy flowed into him from each corpse. His logic was simple now. The one with the higher level is the one who wins. After hours of fighting, Joey had already reached level 15. Then at a turn, the system recommended a cave for exploration. Joey thought, all right, let's see what's inside. As soon as he entered the cave, he saw a mountain of gold. More gold than he had ever imagined. He guessed that this was probably the treasure of the adventurers the goblins had defeated. Then his eyes landed on a chest. When he opened it, he was even more surprised. Health recovery potions, and a lot of them. Joey immediately decided to take them. The armor responded, storage has been expanded. Joey didn't even get time to process what that meant when a light flashed near the lower part of the armor, and an entire storage compartment formed to hold the potions. Joey smirked. Thanks, system. You're pretty active. He thought about taking the gold too, but changed his mind. My top priority right now is getting out alive, and I'm already a lot stronger now. If I can get out, I can sell monster materials and still live a decent life. He was about to leave when he heard voices, human voices. He ran toward a pile of boxes and peeked behind them. There was a girl tied up crying, captured by the monsters. Without a second thought, Joey rushed to help her. He cut the ropes and freed her. Once she calmed down, the girl, who said she was from Reiko village, introduced herself as Mill and thanked him from the bottom of her heart. She blushed a little and asked, "Can I at least know the name of my savior?" Joey paused for a moment, then said, "My name is Joey." Then he added, "Yeah, that Joey, the one everyone calls the infamous corpse looter." Mill went silent. She had heard all the rumors too, that Joey was a terrible person, but seeing him in front of her, she couldn't believe any of it. She said softly, "You don't seem like any kind of garbage looter to me. You're a real hero." Joey had always dreamed of becoming an adventurer who helped people. Hearing someone call him a hero sparked a tiny warmth inside his heart. He motioned to her. "Come on, I'll take you back to your village. As long as you're with me, your safety is my responsibility." After some time, Joey suddenly felt something off. He immediately told Mill, "Hide behind those rocks." What he sensed was goblin presence. Not just one or two, an entire unit. Nearly 20 of them. But the good thing was that they were all level 1, and Joey was already level 15. Joey had decided, all of these are going to become my power. The moment he stepped out, every goblin charged at him. But Joey wasn't the weakling he used to be. He swung his sword and cut them down one after another. No mercy. The ones left, he dashed toward and finished off. More levels absorbed. Monster hunting was actually starting to feel fun to him now. The fear in the goblin's eyes didn't stop his blade. He pushed forward and sliced through the entire crowd. When everything finally went quiet, the system message appeared. Level increase detected. Joey was now level 35. Mill was terrified after witnessing the massacre. She trembled. "Can we go now?" But Joey said no. His eyes were sharp. "With all this blood spilled, more monsters will come. The most dangerous one is on its way." The legendary goblin Joey had once escaped from was coming back for a rematch. Joey took a breath. "I knew you'd show up." The goblin screamed as it approached. Both of them were level 35 now, but Joey was no longer that frightened coward. The goblin launched a full-strength attack. Joey didn't back down. "If you think you're going to beat me that easily, you're making a huge mistake." Joey slashed hard, cutting directly across the goblin's stomach. The goblin fell to its knees, but the fight wasn't over. Joey noticed about 10 more goblins nearby. He shouted, "Mill, throw me a knife!" Mill panicked. "Which knife?" and ended up tossing the entire bundle. Joey sighed in relief. "That works," and easily snatched 2 knives mid-air thanks to his fast reflexes. He jumped into battle again, picking up other falling knives and throwing them at high speed. Once he had several knives in hand, he laughed. "Such bad luck. Trying to protect you got all of them killed instead." Then he turned to the goblin leader. "And now it's your turn. The level gap between us is massive." Joey wiped out the smaller monsters, raising his level to 45. Suddenly, a ferocious scream came from behind. The legendary goblin wasn't dead. It attacked again. Joey turned to block but slipped up this time. He was stunned. How is that possible? The previous wound had no effect. Then Joey noticed the goblin's wrist. It was wearing a bracelet, clearly an enchanted item. Joey never expected a monster to use something like that. But the solution was obvious now. Destroy that bracelet. He dodged an attack and focused. "I'm not backing down." The clash of their blades echoed through the cave. Joey kept applying pressure, but the goblin swung a sideways strike and sent him flying. Frustrated, Joey quickly grabbed the knives he had thrown earlier. The goblin braced itself behind a heavy cleaver. Joey threw one knife. The goblin blocked. He threw a second. The goblin got distracted again. That was the moment Joey needed. He closed the distance in an instant, using a knife as a stepping boost. He reached the goblin's side and threw a knife aimed not at the goblin, but at the bracelet. The enchanted item shattered on the ground. Joey stared straight into the goblin's eyes. It was time to show dominance. He smirked. "Now it's time to fry this small fry." When Joey first entered this dungeon, he was weak and terrified. But now the power gap had flipped completely. He walked forward. "Now it's my turn to scare you. Ready, monster?" Instead of responding, the goblin roared again. Joey didn't stop this time. He dashed at high speed and attacked the goblin's defenses, breaking them like nothing. The goblin crashed into a wall, bleeding heavily. Joey approached slowly. "Now you understand what being weak really feels like?" He slashed repeatedly. Don't take it personally. I'm just trying to survive. He knocked away the goblin's weapon. The goblin threw one last desperate punch, but it landed straight onto Joey's sword. Everything ended in a single moment. Joey stood silent for a second, then whispered, "You're the reason I became strong. So thank you." Lights burst from the goblin's corpse and absorbed into Joey's armor. The system confirmed his level had reached 80. There was nothing left to fear now. Joey called out, "Mill, you can come out now." Mill stepped out, completely stunned. "You did all of that alone?" Joey was now the unbeatable champion of the dungeon. He harvested the goblin's rare materials. The most valuable was its tusk, something Joey never thought he would ever touch. Mill casually said, "I'll store this tusk with the rest." Her small bag was already full of coins and rare items. Joey scratched his head. "Sorry for making you carry so much." Mill laughed. "It's fine, I don't mind." Then she asked, "What now?" Joey thought about it. "If I just leave these goblins here, they'll probably kidnap someone else." So he asked Mill, "Can you come with me for a while? I need to make sure no monsters hurt anyone else." Joey's goal now was simple: wipe out every goblin in the cave. Eventually, time passed, and the two of them reached the village safely. Joey was now level 100. Even he wondered, am I still normal at this point? But being level 100 meant he could take down most monsters alone. Mill stared, shocked. What does a 3-digit level even mean? No one around here has ever seen that. Joey wasn't just an adventurer anymore. He was the strongest around. Just as they were talking, a group of adventurers arrived. They saw Joey and burst out laughing. They still called him the Corpse Scraper. Their leader, a white-haired guy named Yurik, stepped forward and smirked. "What's with this black armor? You buy yourself a fancy costume to pretend your level went up?" Dirk says, "Man, wearing fancy items won't change anything. If you're level 1, where will your strength even come from?" Joey cuts him off, his voice cold and intimidating. "Shut up, that's enough." In the next second, he appears right in front of them, a knife in his hand. He speaks quietly, almost tired. "I'm exhausted. Please think carefully before you say anything else." Yurik's face drops. For a moment, he's scared, but then he remembers who he's talking to. Angry, he kicks Joey, sending him rolling back a bit. But as soon as Yurik rushes forward to attack again, Joey jumps up instantly and slams him into the ground. The guys who came with Eureka all start trembling. Joey stands tall and asks, "So, who's next?" This time, nobody says a word. Yurik still can't process what just happened. In his mind, a level 20 guy should never lose to someone who's supposedly level 1. Joey's voice turns even colder. "You're not even 1/4 of my power." Hearing that, everyone opens their system screens to check this corpse scraper's real level. And then the entire group freezes in shock. As impossible as it sounded, it was all true. Joey's real level was 100. People start whispering, calling him a monster. Joey laughs a little. "First they called me a trash picker, and now I'm a monster. What a life, huh?" Then he adds, "I just want to be a normal adventurer." But no one listens. The moment they see his real power, they run away. Mill, however, understood clearly. Joey wasn't the same person anymore. She smiles and says, "You really need to start trusting yourself." And then excited, she adds, "Let's tell everyone the news." After a while, they reach the material shop. The old shopkeeper, as usual, snaps, "What do you want now?" Joey replies confidently, "I'm here to sell." The shopkeeper scoffs, "Whatever you bring, corpse scraper stuff is just garbage." But Joey had his trump card. He places something on the counter and asks, "Is this garbage too?" The shopkeeper's eyes go wide. It's the legendary goblin tusk, a rare material. He asks, "Where did you get this?" Joey answers, "I defeated the monster myself." The old man doesn't believe him. So Joey calls Mill, and she dumps the entire pile of materials from their expedition onto the table. Joey says, "So, are you buying or should I go somewhere else?" The shopkeeper might be rude, but he knows quality. He immediately agrees to buy everything. Joey smirks and says, "Then give me a fair price. I'm already really frustrated." Later in the city food market, Joey goes to the bakery stall. The old baker, who always treated him kindly, watches as Joey places a pouch full of gold in front of him. Joey explains, "I finally defeated a strong monster. I'm just really happy I didn't give up." Without hesitation, the baker hugs him tightly. "I'm glad you didn't give up, son." But suddenly, a loud uproar comes from the village gate. Joey smiles a little. "We'll finish this talk later." At the city gates, a pack of white werewolves is rampaging through everything. One of them is about to make a little girl its next snack, but right at the critical moment, Joey appears and saves her. He notices something strange about their behavior, but he still says, if these werewolves came to attack the village, they're one day late. As long as I'm here, no one's getting through the gate. All these monsters were level 8 werewolves, but the real problem hits when Joey remembers that Sid, Yerrick, and the others who were supposed to handle them had all run away. Everything now rested on Joey's shoulders. A werewolf lunges at him, but Joey dodges easily. The real issue is that the rest of them aren't focusing only on him. Some of them are charging at civilians, and Joey can't protect everyone at once. One civilian is seconds away from death, but Joey appears like a hero, shielding him with his own body and killing the beast instantly. He kneels and asks, "Are you hurt?" The man nods, and when he looks closely, his eyes widen. "Oh, you're that corpse scraper." Joey ignores that. What matters right now is saving lives. While he fights, the villagers slowly realize Joey isn't just a corpse scraper anymore. He's their true hero. He takes down the monsters one by one, then moves toward the last werewolf. With a single strike, Joey kills it. Energy flows into his body. The system message appears. Level absorbed. New level, 172. But Joe frowns. He counted 10 werewolves. At 8 levels each, that should be 80 levels. But he only gained 72. Something isn't right. He smirks softly. If people are finally starting to notice me, that's good. That's all I ever wanted. The next day, life in the small village returns to normal. Mill runs toward Joey happily, and he greets her with a smile. She notices something. "Why aren't you wearing your armor?" Joey snaps his fingers. "Because now I can turn it on and off instantly." Mill is amazed. "Wow, that's like magic." Joey, a little proud, says, "It's thanks to this armor that I'm going to become a great adventurer." But one question still lingers in his mind. Why was that dead dragon there in the first place? Somewhere else inside the goblin nest, a loud voice echoes, "Run! Hurry!" An adventurer named Ter screams, "Stay away from that thing! Run now!" His teammates take off at full speed, but a pool of blood ahead reveals 2 teammates already gone. Ter, trembling, shouts, "Who are you? Come out!" What stands before him doesn't speak, it only stares. Then its body releases a powerful electric surge. Ter laughs nervously, but it's the laugh of someone who's already accepted his fate. "Yeah, it's my turn now." The creature charges the energy beam and fires mercilessly. A while earlier, Yerrick's group was chasing a one-eyed troll. The troll ran into a goblin cave. Out of breath, Yerrick complained, "We paid a heavy price abandoning the werewolf mission. That fine was insane." The tired troll reaches the center of the cave and smells something strange. The scent pulls him deeper. When he gets there, he finds the rotting body of a dragon. But unlike others, the stench doesn't disgust him. To him, it smells delicious. Soon, Yerrick and his group reach the same place. But what they see shocks them. The troll is devouring the dragon's flesh like an animal. One teammate mutters, "Something's seriously wrong." Right then, something burst out from inside the troll. Yerrick instantly realizes the situation is about to get really bad. Meanwhile, Joey is already heading toward the strange sound he heard earlier. He's sure now. That wasn't my imagination. A louder sound follows. Joey becomes completely serious. He enters the cave, where the rotten smell gets even worse. Eventually, he reaches the place where he once found the armor. But this time, the scene is horrifying. A transformed troll is slaughtering Yerrick's entire group one by one. The moment the creature senses a new presence, it tosses Yerrick's teammate aside and locks its attention onto Joey. Joey is shocked too. This troll wasn't a normal monster anymore. Even after everything, Joey's level had now reached 180. He thought, with this much power, there's no way I can lose. But then the armor sent a warning. Level difference too high. Battle strongly discouraged. Joey paused for just 1 second. But that 1 second was enough. The troll noticed the opening and charged straight at him. The armor flashed another alert. Immediate dose recommended. But it was already too late. Joey took a brutal hit. He crashed to the ground, his entire body covered in deep wounds. He forced himself to focus. He needed to check this monster's status. The system's prediction turned out to be true. It was a fallen variant, and its level was 200. At that same moment, the armor sent another warning. Strong energy condensation detected. Location, Troll's head. Immediate dose recommended. But Joey couldn't even move. Only 10 seconds remained before the attack would fire. He pushed with everything he had, trying to rise onto his knees. When only 1 second was left, he was almost standing, but it was too late. The monster didn't wait. It fired its energy beam immediately. Joey slammed against the wall. His condition became so bad he was nearly unconscious. By pure luck, when the monster saw him lying on the ground, it assumed he was dead and walked away. Sometime later, Joey slowly regained consciousness. The armor quietly sent a report. The owner's condition could have been considered dead. Joey let out a long breath. "Thank you, Luck. You saved me this time." The armor recommended immediate use of healing potions. Joey remembered the potions he got from the goblins. They were still with him. He drank the first potion, and little by little, his movement returned. He knew the monster was probably heading toward Reiko village now. He had to follow immediately. Just then, a familiar voice called out, "Hey, corpse scavenger!" Joey turned around and saw Yurik, barely alive but still breathing. Shamelessly, Jarek demanded, "Give me healing potions. It's not like they matter to trash like you. Once I drink them, I'm getting out of here. Let the village become the monster's meal." Joey paused for a moment. Then he asked the Abyss armor, "If I save him, will anything change?" The system replied, "Injuries are fatal. He is in extreme pain and will only live for a few more minutes." Hearing this, Joey asked another question. "Can I use level drain on humans too?" The system answered calmly, "Yes, it is possible." Joey took a deep breath. "No one can save you now, Jarek. You knew this yourself. You just wanted to escape the pain." He leaned closer and said, "I can do something to make this end faster." Jarek, who finally understood everything, whispered, do it now." Joey stayed silent for a moment. Then he said, "I never liked you, but saying goodbye like this feels sad." And he kept his word. Level drain activated. As Jarek's energy transferred, Joey's level jumped straight to 200. Later, the monster was moving through the forest, Reiko village coming into view. But at that exact moment, Joey appeared in front of it and slashed its arm. Joey said, "I hate to say this, but I can't lose anymore." He struck again, but this time the monster defended smartly. Still, Joey's sword remained pointed straight at him. He said, "Next time the enemy is down, finish the job. You spared me earlier. Now our levels are equal, and I'm not dragging this fight out. Let's get started." Then Joey added one more thing. "I didn't like Jarek, but I just killed someone I knew, with my own hands. I've never felt this angry in my life." The monster made the first move. Joey used its shoulder as a foothold, leaped upward, and landed a clean strike straight into its back. Suddenly, the monster began condensing energy near its eye. Joey thought, "This time I won't let you do it." But it was only a trick. The monster kicked him at the perfect moment, sending him flying. While Joey was completely defenseless, it ripped a whole tree from the ground and swung it like a weapon, smashing Joey with it. Joey was thrown an incredible distance. Even though the level difference was gone, the battle still felt completely even. Joey took another potion, his biggest advantage. He shouted angrily, "This isn't over!" and charged straight toward the monster's energy beam. But the system warned him, this attack cannot be blocked. Joey instantly changed strategy. At the last second, he dosed and then swung his sword with full power. The monster used its hardened wings as a shield, but Joey's rage-fueled strike was so strong it nearly sliced both wings in half. The monster staggered from the damage. Joey realized, finally, some progress. But suddenly the monster's attention shifted away from Joey. Its eye reflected the image of the village. Joey's expression tightened with fear. The monster powered up its legs and, with a single leap, launched itself high into the air. Everything happened so fast Joey couldn't react. It was clear now, the monster's next target was Reiko village. Without wasting a second, Joey sprinted after it. "If I don't stop it now, the next disaster will be the village." Moments later, the monster's shadow loomed over the village. Before people could even understand what was happening, a massive explosion shook everything. Screams echoed everywhere as chaos erupted. From inside the explosion walked the fallen variant, roaring with terrifying dominance. Joey was still chasing from behind, but when he saw the monster enter the village, even he felt fear. The creature destroyed anything in its path. Villagers ran desperately for their lives. Cries for help echoed in every direction, The troll was charging its energy beam again. Joey muttered under his breath, "Are you kidding me? Again?" The beam fired instantly and wiped out several houses in a single blast. Joey leaped off a rooftop, rage burning on his face, a rage too strong for words. He charged straight at the monster, and the troll shifted into defense mode, raising its hand to shield its eye. It tried to ignore Joey again, but this time Joey didn't let it. He jumped behind the troll, blocked its escape route, and delivered another powerful strike. For several seconds, the two clashed with brutal force, attack against defense, blow after blow. But Joey refused to back down. He prepared for the next strike and shouted, "This isn't over. I'm not stopping until the village is safe." The troll finally threw its full strength into the fight. Energy started building in its eye again, this time even faster. Joey didn't even get the chance to defend. The troll grabbed him midair and brought down a massive punch from above. Joey crashed into the center of the village with a loud, destructive impact. Now free again, the troll started running toward the village to destroy everything. But Joey wasn't someone who would give up like that. In his mind, only one thought remained. "I'm the last hope. If I fall, the village dies." Lying on the ground, he pushed himself up. His expression turned serious. "This time, I'm ending this. For good." A little later, the old baker walked straight into the troll's path. He didn't tremble. The monster roared to scare him, but he simply stood still. He thought, "This is a small village. Even if I run, they'll get me. Might as well stand here and hope a hero shows up." And his faith didn't fail him. Right then, Joey arrived. With a playful smile, Joey said, "I'm too clumsy to be a hero, man. I don't really give off that vibe." But the old baker smiled back. "Doesn't matter. You came. That makes you the hero." Joey's expression softened into seriousness. "I don't know if I can beat this thing, but one thing's for sure. Now we're on the same level." The old baker opened a small box and said, "Why think so negatively, kid?" He tossed a piece of bread to Joey. "A gift, for old time's sake." Joey caught it and stared at it. It was the same kind of bread he once got back when he was just a corpse scavenger. The old man chuckled. "Compared to those days, today doesn't look so bad, does it?" Joey ate the bread and made a disgusted face. "Your bread still tastes terrible." But then he smiled. "Still, it gave me courage." His face turned serious once again. He drew his sword and stared at the monster. "Get ready. This fight isn't over." This time Joey attacked first. He closed the distance with speed and used a feint, pretending to strike the eye, but aiming for the arm instead. But the monster reacted quickly, grabbed him with its other hand, and hurled him far away. Joey crashed through multiple houses before hitting the ground. Desperation hit him. "How do I hurt this thing?" Then he heard a trembling voice behind him. He turned and saw a small child standing nearby. Joey immediately shouted, "Run! Get out of here!" But the kid was frozen in panic. And just to make things worse, the troll's predatory instinct locked onto the boy. In a single second, it lunged toward him, roaring and ready to strike. But at the last moment, Joey jumped between the boy and the attack, taking the full blow himself. The child shook with fear, but survived. Barely able to stand, Joey said again, "Please, just run. I can't hold it off any longer." The monster began charging a final and deadly blast. Joey urged the boy again, "Show a little courage." Shaking like a leaf, the boy slowly stood up and whispered, "I'll try." Then he ran as fast as he could, never looking back. Now Joey was alone facing the monster. The system warned him, enemy energy fully charged, immediate retreat recommended. Joey exhaled and spoke to his armor. "Sorry, Abyss, not this time." The monster fired the laser. It blasted through Joey, tore through several houses, and destroyed everything in its path. But Joey survived by blocking it with his sword. Though the force was overwhelming, he could barely move. He realized, being the same level doesn't matter. Skill makes all the difference. Badly damaged, Joey thought of taking a potion, but remembered he'd lost it earlier when he crashed through the houses. Slowly, his strength faded. Everything grew dark, like he was sinking into an endless abyss. A voice inside him whispered, "I failed. I couldn't save the village." But even in that darkness, a tiny spark of hope remained. "Maybe someone can help me. Please," Joey prayed silently. Suddenly, someone poured the last potion into his mouth. Moments later, Joey's eyes opened. A girl stood in front of him. He quickly sat up. "Who are you?" She replied calmly, "My name is Leela. I'm from this village, and I want to save the place where I grew up, the place I love." A monstrous roar shook the air again. Joey knew he had to return to the fight soon. But before he moved, Leela smiled and said, "I've been watching you for a while. You're fighting to protect the village. Knowing someone still cares makes me happy." She held out her hand. "For now, let's run together." But Joey refused instantly. "I'm the only one who can stop it. Running isn't an option." Leela's expression sharpened. "Right now, running is the only option. If you fall here, no one will be left to save the village. You're the last one, Joey, and until your injuries heal, you shouldn't face that monster." Joey fell silent. Then reluctantly, he admitted, "You're right. I need time to get back to full strength." Suddenly, the monster dropped down from above, landing right in front of them. Leela grabbed Joey's hand without hesitation, and Joey took it. They ran toward a safer place. As they turned into a narrow alley, Joey asked, "How do you know my name?" Leela laughed. "Joey is pretty famous around here." Joey sighed. "Because of that corpse scavenger reputation?" Leela said, "That's part of it, but the real reason is, I think you're a hero. I was there the day the werewolves attacked. Since then, I've believed Joey can really save everyone." Joey looked into her hopeful eyes and clenched his fist. He promised, "I'll save this village, no matter what." Her eyes sparkled. But right then they heard another sound, a human scream. They ran toward it, and the scene was horrifying. A bandit was dragging a girl, trying to take her out of town. His twisted smile said everything. "Thank you, monster. With no one left to stop us, we can do whatever we want. Big money, too." Joey's blood boiled. Then he realized something worse. One of the bandits had already spotted Leela in their hiding spot. The girl Joey had just saved became a hostage again. A bald man spoke in a cold, serious tone. "If you want the girl safe, follow our rules. First order, go stand by that carriage." Joey obeyed without arguing, but as soon as he walked near the carriage, they kicked him down. The leader seemed confused. "I said we don't need men." But then his eyes fell on Leela. He scanned her from head to toe, then gave a disgusting grin. "Oh, this is a jackpot. She'll sell for a very high price." Joey asked angrily, "Do you have even a shred of humanity left in you?" The leader replies, "Not at all. We came here to loot this village from the start, so be grateful we haven't killed anyone yet." Joey's blood boils. "That's enough. I'm ending you disgusting scum right here." The leader sees the expression on Joey's face and smirks. He walks close and asks, "So, you an adventurer or something?" Then he leans in and whispers in Joey's ear, "Pretty embarrassing, isn't it? Even with all that strength, you still can't do anything." The bandits start preparing to leave. The leader says, "Take good care of that girl. If this adventurer interferes, the whole plan will collapse." Joey had been waiting for that one single moment. Right then, Mill quietly sneaks up behind a bandit with a knife. The bandit instantly becomes alert and shouts, "Back attack!" But since he already suspected something, he dodges easily and doesn't let go of Leela, causing her to fall straight to the ground. The bold bandit laughs. "You can't beat me." Leela shocks him by saying, "I know, it's fine." The bandit gets confused. "Why? Giving up already?" Leela says, "Because I'm not alone. Someone else is behind you who'll deal with you." In the next moment, Joey steps forward, eyes blazing. No hesitation this time. He swings a powerful punch right into the bold bandit's face. The hit is so strong that the bandit flies through the air, crashes into the ground, and is instantly knocked out. Joey catches Leela in his arms. Seeing this, the leader yells, "Everyone get over here! Kill the hero!" All the bandits surround Joey from every direction. One of them says, "You're not getting out of this. This is your end." Joey doesn't say a word. He stays completely silent as they all rush at him at once. But at that exact moment, Joey remembers what the bald bandit said before losing. You need to understand the difference in power. Joey activates mass-level absorption. Within seconds, every bandit around him drops one by one. Only one man is left standing, the leader, and now he's trembling in fear. Joey steps forward and confirms, "Yeah, I'm at level 200 now." The leader makes one last desperate move. He draws his sword and charges at Joey with everything he's got, but Joey ends it in a single strike. The energy from the leader funnels right into Joey. The armor system notifies him, new level 250, maximum human level achieved. Joey is shocked. 250? That's the max? The system answers, yes, this is the human limit. Joey thinks out loud, I've never seen an adventurer at such a high level, but I never imagined there was an actual limit. When everything is over, Leela runs up to Joey and hugs him tightly. Thank you for saving me. Joey smiles and says, don't thank me. If that potion hadn't kicked in on time, I wouldn't be alive either. Leela laughs softly. Still, you're my hero. Joey looks into her eyes, then looks at the bodies of the bandits scattered around. He becomes serious. I don't think of myself as a hero. If I left them alive, they would have attacked another village. I picked up the sword because I didn't see any other way. Leela gently replies, you didn't do anything wrong. Joey asks, what do you mean? Leela speaks even more firmly. If you hadn't picked up that sword, none of us would be alive. Your blade saved us, and that's why you shouldn't look down on yourself. She smiles. I don't want Joey to see himself as less. Hearing that, Joey smiles a little and says, thank you, that actually helps. I think my confidence just came back. Right then, Mill arrives too. She happily reports, I evacuated everyone safely. Joey gives her a light pat on the back. Good job. Mill beams. She'd finally realized she couldn't just depend on Joey for everything. So she says, this time I'm fighting with you till the end. But Joey, having already taken care of the bandits, smiles lightly. There's no need now. Mill is surprised for a moment, but then she understands. A few seconds later, the monster is still tearing the village apart. Joey turns to the girls and says, both of you get as far away as you can, because now the system clearly declares, at level 250, the user can dominate this monster easily. Joey is fully ready to finish this fight. Without him even moving, the monster drops down from the sky. When it lands on the walls and crashes to the ground, the shockwave is so strong the girls almost lose their balance. But Joey stands completely steady. Calmly, he says, there's no more running. It ends here. Then he looks at them. Go! Leela and Mill grab each other's hands and run. Now it's just Joey and the monster. Joey looks at it and says, maybe I was scared before, but not anymore. This duel ends now. The monster roars to assert dominance, but Joey doesn't even flinch. The next second, he charges forward himself. Before, Joey didn't even have a real sword. Then he got one, and he started protecting people. Now he holds that same sword, but with something new inside him. A purpose. He remembers the fight with the werewolf, the moment he had to kill Yerrick, and the hopeful faces of the villagers looking to him for protection. Joey says, now it's time to fulfill all their hopes. This sword isn't just mine, it represents everyone who wants to live. With a new aura around him, Joey stares down the monster. You should feel honored. You're the first enemy who will feel the true strength of humanity. As always, the monster roars in anger and panic and charges at Joey to kill him. But the moment it attacks, Joey swats it away through the air. Calmly, he says, these cheap attacks won't work on me anymore. He punches the monster's chest so hard it crashes far away. Joey flies toward it, landing another blow on the exact same spot. Dust explodes everywhere from the impact. The monster gathers energy in its eye. Its final trump card, the light beam. The system itself warns him. Energy concentration is far higher than before. Joey doesn't move an inch. I'm standing right here. Let's see how long you last. The monster fires the most powerful energy beam it has. Joey stands still, and a barrier automatically forms, blocking the entire attack, because the level difference between them is now 50. Joey knows it now. Losing is impossible. The village is destroyed, but now it's become a battlefield. The monster roars again, but this time there's fear in the roar. Joey's overwhelming aura terrifies the beast itself. In the blink of an eye, Joey appears in front of it. Don't run! The monster tries to counter with a punch, but Joey dodges effortlessly and punches it straight in the head. It collapses, shocked. Even lying down, it tries charging another laser. Joey is getting bored. Still doing the same thing? You're really starting to annoy me. Fine, let me show you what real despair looks like. He stands there as the monster fires another full power beam. Joey doesn't budge. Eventually, the monster's energy runs out. Smoke spills from its eye. When the dust clears, Joey is standing there untouched. The monster's face twists with rage and defeat. It roars again. I don't care. I'll fight again. And unleashes all of its attacks at once, physical and eye beams. But Joey dodges every single one. Now it's Joey's turn. The monster tries blocking with its arm, its biggest mistake. Joey's sword slices straight through it in one strike. The beast is wounded. Joey steps back and says, "Get on your knees. Let's end this." The monster's pride can't stand it. It fires beams wildly in every direction, but none of them work. Joey swings a horizontal slash so powerful the monster falls to its knees. Joey leaps onto it. "You cause these people so much pain." Then he drives his sword straight into the center of its eye. The monster that once seemed unbeatable collapses. Joey wins. The system tries absorbing its level, but the cap is already reached. Maximum level achieved, 250. Then the system unlocks something new. Abyss armor feature, unlock level conversion. Now Joey can surpass the human limit. The next day, rebuilding begins. A man on a roof asks for wood. A helper yells back that he's sending it up. The helper trips on a stone and falls. Before he hits the ground, a shadow catches him. Joey. He's not just a corpse scrapper anymore. He's the village's protector. The villager smiles. "Thank you, hero." Joey just nods. A moment later, Joey thinks, "That level conversion system, what exactly is it?" The system answers, "The user can now convert levels into epic skills." Joey never gained XP like others, so he never had skills. But he doesn't hesitate anymore. The system recommends a skill beyond human limits. The cost, 240 levels. Joey says to himself, "If I really want to do something big, this is necessary." Without hesitation, he says, "Request the skill." The system begins the process. Joey trembles as his power drains out of him. Light bursts from his body so bright the entire village sees it. With a loud flash, the system announces, "Payment received, skill granted." Joey stays quiet for a moment, but deep inside he feels proud. Once people called him a corpse scavenger. Today he's something new. The system speaks again. "The user has surpassed the maximum human level. You are now a transcendent being." Meanwhile, at the village gate, a man returns angrily. "I came back because it was finally time." But his real anger is that the beast he came to defeat, someone else killed it first. Back to Joey. The system suddenly updates. Due to surpassing the max level, the 200 XP previously stored is now transferred to the user. Joey remembers. "Right, when I killed the monster, the level didn't absorb. Now his new level is 210. Joey thinks, "Maybe I should start getting those smaller epic skills, the ones that aren't too expensive. If I collect enough of them, I might become the strongest adventurer in the world." But suddenly, Leela runs toward him and jumps into his arms, hugging him tightly. With a warm smile, she says, "I was looking for you." Joey apologizes softly. "Sorry, yesterday I was busy putting out fires." Mill arrives behind her and teases, "This girl was really worried about you. And, well, so was I." Leela insisted, "If we're okay today, it's only because of you." She got a little shy, leaned forward, and kissed Joey on the cheek. For a second, their eyes met. Then Leela closed her eyes and whispered, "I love you," before running away with her entire face bright red. Joey was completely shocked. Mill, who was standing right next to him, started laughing in her usual cool fashion. Right then, the old baker walked in, laughing. "Wow, my godson, strong in power and strong in luck too." Joey shouted in a mix of anger and embarrassment, "Both of you get out." Inside, he was already panicking. "What am I supposed to do now?" And right on cue, the system popped up in a completely serious tone. "Recommended action. Show your manliness." Joey's face turned even redder. A few days later, on the entrance road to Reiko village, a new group of adventurers approached. Their leader looked around and said, "Looks like this is the place we were sent to." But as soon as he saw how quiet the area was, he frowned. "Why is it so silent here? Don't tell me we're late." One of his teammates said, "I think the village got hit by another monster attack." The green-haired adventurer added, "We need to go inside and find out what happened." The leader gave an order. "Let's move. Stay behind me." Meanwhile, back at that same goblin cave where everything had happened before, a terrifying roar erupted. But this time, the source was a dark, powerful black dragon that had appeared inside. On the other side of the forest, Joey was testing his new knife-throwing skills on some herbivore dinosaurs. One by one, they dropped. Yes, Joey was level 1 again, but now he had new epic skills. One was permanent poison effect, which had cost him 200 whole levels. Just a tiny touch of a poisoned knife, and the enemy's health would drop non-stop. The other was knife accuracy increase. Now he could land precise shots from insane distances. A moment later, a small glowing orb floated toward him. It was a clear sign a monster had just died. Joey absorbed the level instantly and jumped from level 1 straight to level 41. But he didn't stop. He upgraded the poison skill again, and his level dropped right back to level 1. He was tired, but he had already pierced through 20 monsters by himself. Within a few hours, he was close to level 200 again. Once he finished his target count, Joey headed back toward the village. But when he arrived, chaos had already taken over. "What happened here?" Joey asked immediately. An adventurer named Jan stepped forward. "Are you an adventurer too?" Before Joey could reply, Jan opened his system and checked Joey's status. The moment he saw the low level, his expression changed. None of them knew Joey had converted all his power into skills. Everyone judged him instantly, but Joey had tasted this insult many times before. Jan tried to lighten the tension. "Looks like he's a new adventurer." "No," Joey calmly said. "I've been doing this for years." Suddenly, the entire group froze. A white-haired guy named Key jumped in sarcastically. "Whoa, this guy can be serious?" But as soon as he saw Joey's emotionless face, he shut up. Then Kai remembered something. "I heard about an adventurer, the weakest one. People used to call him the corpse scraper." Joey didn't flinch. "Yeah, that's me." "So, what are you gonna do about it?" His voice had a threat that silenced the whole area. Jan finally spoke again. "We're here on a guild request. We got reports of an unusual monster in this area." Joey asked, "What monster?" Jan said, "A black dragon. People call it the Flaming Dragon. Level 150 minimum. Too strong for just a few adventurers. So the guild gathered all the epic skill users to form one team." Then he added, "You just stay out of the way. We'll handle it." He shook Joey's hand. Inside, Joey was already thinking, if it's really only level 150, I can kill it myself. But what if this black dragon is connected to the one from the cave? Just then, an adventurer came running at full speed. "Leader, hurry!" Still catching his breath, he shouted, "We found the Flaming Dragon. The situation is out of control." Far away, the first group that encountered the dragon was already falling apart. They finally realized how terrifying the black flaming dragon truly was. The recon unit led the dragon straight toward the prairie. Jan yelled, "Move out! Everyone get ready!" The warriors cheered. Joey scanned the team. Levels ranged from 80 to 120. They all had epic skills, but the enemy was level 150, or so they thought. Joey already knew they were going to lose, so he shouted, "Leader, let me come with you." But Joey was level 1 again because of his skill conversions. The monsters he poisoned earlier were dying now, and he would soon shoot past level 200. But Jan knew none of this. Jan refused. "I'm not risking my men with someone who's level 1. Everyone stared, judged, laughed. "Level 1? You'll help us? Please!" Kai stepped in again. "I'll speak for the leader. Stay behind, weakling." Everyone laughed, and Joey was left standing alone again. But Joey already knew these types of people. They judged only by surface level. Still, guilt gnawed at him. If he did nothing, people would die. But he had to wait until his level came back. Soon the team that thought they were the strongest began shaking in fear. "This isn't a level 150 monster. The reports were wrong. In front of us is the Black Dragon King, level 300. Title, the Flaming Destroyer. A dragon so strong it commanded all black dragons. Its height, its aura, its flames, beyond disaster level." Jan's face showed fear for the first time. "We can't beat this alone. Prepare for retreat." But the Dragon King wasn't planning to wait. One single tail strike sent Jan flying like a useless insect. Far away, Joey was sprinting toward the battlefield. He saw the beast and instantly recognized it. "It's the same dragon from the Goblin Cave. How is it alive again?" There was no time to think. Only one mission. Stop it. The Dragon King began condensing its flame power in its mouth, preparing a catastrophic attack. Joey yelled to his armor, "How long till my levels come back?" The system answered, 30 seconds, but the dragon could fire any second. Joey screamed, "Hurry up and return my power." Then one by one, XP lights formed behind him. Every poisoned monster that died returned its XP. His level shot all the way up to 201. Instead of going higher, Joey immediately activated a new skill, Flame Nullification. The Dragon King unleashed its full fire breath straight at Joey. Flames erupted everywhere, destroying the land. But only one person survived, Leader Jan. Jan stared in disbelief. This kid, he blocked the flaming destroyer's breath. Kai, barely alive, gasped. This corpse scraper, how did he outlast all of us? Joey said quietly. Because I'm far stronger than all of you. But even then, I couldn't save you. I'm sorry, that was my failure. Kai collapsed to the ground, lifeless. Something inside Joey shattered. No matter how strong I become, people will still die in front of me. In rage, he screamed, "Enough! Today, right now, I'm ending this dragon." The Dragon King charged another fire attack. People shouted, "Kid, move! Get back!" But Joey didn't move. He caught the fireball with his bare hands and crushed it like it was nothing. He said coldly, "Your flames won't work on me anymore." The Dragon King roared in fury and unleashed everything it had. Joey deflected every single blast without breaking a sweat. But to gain flame immunity, Joey had sacrificed a huge amount of levels. He was now only level 21. He wondered, can I beat this thing at this level? Do I have any way to level up again fast? The Dragon King switched to physical attacks and charged at him with its massive claws. Joey knew. At this level, I can't block those claws. Right then, while he was watching the front, its tail whipped around from behind at impossible speed. It seemed unavoidable. But suddenly a new voice echoed, "Enough of this circus!" And with a single strike, not just the tail, but the entire dragon was cut clean in half. The dragon's body fell in two pieces, and a man calmly stepped onto its corpse as if it were nothing. Joey, shocked and bruised on the ground, shouted, "Who are you?" The man smiled with complete confidence. "My name is Balder, one of the few Calamity-class adventurers on this entire continent." Joey's jaw dropped. "I've never seen a Calamity class in real life." He quickly checked his system. It showed level 300 Balder. With a glimmer of hope, Joey asked, "Did you come here to save us?" But Balder's expression twisted. "Save you?" he replied. "I didn't come here to save anyone. I came here to fight that black-armored adventurer who ruined my plan." Joey blinked. "What plan?" Balder smiled and slowly began revealing everything. "When I asked the locals, everyone said a black-armored hero saved the village from a one-eyed monster. But then I found out he was just a weakling." The Dragon King suddenly twitched. It wasn't completely dead yet. Balder casually stabbed his sword into its body again. Then Balder said, "As long as the flaming destroyer's core isn't broken, this dragon won't die. I already killed it once in the goblin nest." Now Joey understood. "So you're the one who released it that day." Balder answered calmly, "Because when that one-eyed monster ate this dragon's flesh, its body went berserk. That made it perfect for me. A completely uncontrollable monster attacking a village. Then I show up as the savior who slays it, and I get way more fame than killing just a dragon." Joey was stunned. "All this, just to get fame?" Balder burst out laughing. "Kid, what do you think Calamity rank adventurers live for? Fame, gold, and women. That's what life is about." Hearing that disgusting truth, Joey's decision solidified. With rage in his voice, he said, "You let innocent people die just to boost your reputation. You're not getting out of here alive. Abyss armor, lend me some power, because today I'm taking down this Calamity class." Balder laughed. "You're going to beat me?" But his laugh slowly turned into anger as he unleashed his aura. Joey immediately understood. He's level 300, and I'm only level 21. If I fight him head-on, he'll crush me. Then his eyes shifted to something behind Balder, the flaming dragon's crystal core, lying on the ground, already cracked. If I can break that core and absorb its level energy, I might actually win. "System," Joey shouted, "is there any skill I can use from a distance to break that core?" The system began scanning. But before it finished, Balder leaped forward and landed a punch straight into Joey, sending him sliding across the dirt. Then the system completed its search. A new skill unlocked, micro-explosive weapon. A weapon could self-detonate, and it cost only 20 points. Joey remembered his old poison knife. "This is my trump card." Balder shouted angrily, "You're still alive!" But Joey wasn't scared anymore. He quietly requested, "Activate micro-explosive weapon." He pulled out his poison knives and smirked. "Time to flip this game." He threw 3 knives into the air. Balder easily deflected them. "Impressive skill," he said sarcastically. "But what's the point if you can't hit me?" Joey shook his head. "You're right, but you weren't the target." The real plan was in motion. The third knife was flying straight toward the dragon's cracked core. When it reached the crystal, Joey shouted, "Detonate!" A massive blast erupted, shattering the Dragon King's core. Joey smiled. That's the end of the flaming destroyer. Immediately, an enormous surge of XP burst out from the dragon's body. Baldur's expression changed completely as he watched all of it flow straight into Joey. Joey charged at him, and suddenly the two clashed. Baldur couldn't understand. This kid was level 21 just minutes ago. What is he doing now? Joey answered, "You were right, I was weak, but now I'm level 301. Baldur roared, "Now I understand how you beat that one-eyed monster. It was all because of your cheap skill." In rage, he unleashed a devastating attack that sent Joey flying. "One level difference won't beat me, kid. I'm a calamity class." He slammed his weapon into the ground, but Joey had vanished. From above, Joey dropped a massive overhead blow straight at him. "You talk about experience? You think a greedy sword can beat me?" Joey shouted as he landed strike after strike on Baldur's body. Baldur's aura exploded even stronger. "Black-armored boy, you dare yell in my presence?" His eyes burned with madness. He shook with rage. "Shut up!" Then he activated his epic ability, Manifestation of the Tyrant God. The sky screamed. Lightning crashed down. A thunderstrike hit Baldur, but instead of harming him, it filled him with power. His body began transforming. His hair whipped through the air. Lightning surged through his veins. Joey swallowed in fear. Baldur repeated only one word, "Power." Then he launched a catastrophic attack straight toward Joey. "Don't run," Baldur roared. "If this hits you, it's over." Joey ran with everything he had. Now he understood what the Tyrant God's power truly was. Only one option remained, the one-time skill he had seen in his list. "System! Request! Skill!" Joey yelled. Baldur attacked again, trying to stop him, but suddenly a shield materialized in front of Joey, taking the full impact. Joey was thrown back to the ground, but survived. Then Ian stood up for the last time. "If we had defeated the dragon earlier, my team would still be alive." Tears ran down his face as he pleaded, "Please, avenge them." Joey saw the sincerity in his eyes. He nodded. "I'll take their revenge." Then Joey said, "System, curse of the black armor." Baldur was still attacking nonstop. "Stop talking and die already," the system notified. "This skill can be used only once. Do you confirm?" Joey said, "Yes." The system replied, "Cost, 1 level minimum, plus optional additional level sacrifice." With absolute determination, Joey said, "Take it all. Apply the additional level cost." The system confirmed, 300 levels offered. Conversion initiated. Then the entire sky trembled. A transcendent burst of light erupted, like a divine force descending straight from the heavens.